pleasure to introduce our first speaker of the evening, Sophie Abe. Good evening, Saxons. This is your NHS Baccalaureate Speech with me, Sophie Abe, and now standing it off with some quick recaps. Class, it has been quite a journey. To think that we've actually gone through 13 years of our education together, that's more than half of our lives. How crazy is that? We started off as little kids, with the comfort of staying in one class with the same classmates. We would run around on the playgrounds, taking turns on the swings, and climbing on the monkey bars without a care in the world. We then moved on to the awkward stages of middle school, where we experimented with interesting styles and had to quickly adapt to moving from class to class. When we hit 8th grade, we couldn't wait to move up to high school, to meet new friends, where there'd be sports teams we could join, and all the 50 clubs we would have the privilege of choosing from on campus. Once we promoted and finally reached high school, expectations were turned into reality. We experienced our first high school dance. We ate to our heart's content on our famous food days and blew all our wallets as a result. We yelled our lungs out at assemblies, even though we knew we were no match to the seniors. We danced our hearts out during multicultural. We celebrated through victories and cried through struggles. Yet, through it all, we were always surrounded by the support of our friends and families. Now here we are, with just 5 days left until another chapter in our lives comes to an end. Wow, let that sink in. Regardless of what we've all been through, every moment was made memorable, evident in our lasting bonds and friendships with one another. Our time in school would not have been such a significant period in our lives without the support of our friends we made over the course of our 13 years together. Whether you met your friends in preschool or even this year, you shared life with them and depended on each other. We depended on each other when we needed someone to push us on the swing sets, or when we didn't know where to get to building U or G. You relied on their help for opening your locker, and if you're short like me, you depended on them to help you reach your locker when you got assigned to the top one. You've also relied on the help of your teachers. They've helped us to implement the subjects we learned in class into life outside of education. Take Mr. F, for example. He inspired us to change the environment we live in and encouraged us to be the change we want to see in the world. Or Mr. Stover. He pushed us to enter new circles and get out of our comfort zones to fully experience the world around us. There's also Mrs. Hart, where she taught us that it's better to have and not need than need and not have, always encouraging us to be prepared for life, because anything can happen at any time. And finally, Ms. Matheny always told us, tienes que practicar si quieres mejorar, meaning you have to practice if you want to get better, which applies to everything in life. These are just a few of the many adults that have prepared us for what is to come outside of high school. Pretty soon, we'll all be off to different places, pursuing our goals, or even figuring out the next step. Regardless of where you're going, look around. These very relationships with your peers and faculty that you've built are what makes every moment worthwhile. Even if we all might be separated in a couple of months, we'll still be able to support each other from a distance. I mean, that's what FaceTime is for, right? But not only will we have each other, think of all the people you'll build relationships with as you're on your path to success. Roommates, teammates, coworkers, more teachers, you name it. We've come so far from running around on playgrounds to sitting in our gowns at our baccalaureate night with our graduation in sight. Congratulations, class of 2019. 13 years of our education has led up to this very moment. The future is bright, and I'm excited to see what we'll all be able to achieve. This has been the NHS Baccalaureate Speech with me, Sophie. Have a great life, North, and remember to always say with me, class, stay Saxon strong.
Thank you for that recap, Sophie. And next, I would like to welcome our next speaker of the evening, Hook Wicker.